Hello everybody, thank you for 60 subscribers. It's our 60 sub special. And we're reacting to scary videos because I don't like them. I'm just doing this for 60 subscribers. Thank you though for that. Today I'm with Harley again. Say hello.
Sup, guys?
Sup, hello. Thank you for saying hello. We're gonna be
hello.
Oh yeah, I broke my monitor. It fell off my desk. I'm getting a new one on July 20th, so I will be making reaction videos until then. So, what we're going to be doing is we are going to be, well, like I said in the intro, reacting, well, this is, sorry. We are going to be reacting to scary videos, top 15 videos that only brave people can watch. So let's get into this. Okay, no, I wasn't playing that, it does that every time I record. Okay, so,
15 bedroom exorcism. If you think you can brave these 15 videos, then you're braver than most. Our first entry has been getting big attention in the Spanish-speaking YouTube community. It's a video of two people performing an exorcism on a girl who clearly looks unwell. There's 2 eggs on this plate. The priestess cracks one egg and it appears perfectly normal, but after rubbing the other egg on the possessed girl's skin, it cracks open to a pure black sludge, which is an extremely creepy sign. But things get even more bizarre as the girl sits up with very dilated eyes and drinks the sludge, which causes her to shake and twitch, and the full video cannot be found on YouTube because it gets even more disturbing. I think only seeing this part of the ordeal is enough to terrify anyone who isn't brave. Number 14, hand on shoulder. You never know when you'll face passing on. So what happens when it's not yet time for you to go? A shopkeeper in Adana, Turkey, escaped after a man passing by touched his shoulder and warned him to look behind him, alerting the oblivious man to the fact that the cover of a passing truck's back end was open. The metal piece flung toward him, but he managed to move out of the way to avoid getting hurt, or much worse. It's unclear from the footage how the passing man even knows to warn him. He hadn't even turned around to look at the approaching truck before reaching out to the shopkeeper. Guardian angel? Your guess is as good as mine. Number 13, poltergeist. We've all been there. It's a stormy night. Every sound in the house is an evil entity vying for your soul. That must have been what this man was feeling when he saw this happen in his dining room on a stormy night. The clip shows a man enter his dining room, which appears completely normal. Every chair in place. He enters his laundry room, then casts the camera down the stairs. It appears that something must have happened to cause him to search his house. He says hello down the stairs. Is someone or something there? He decides to go into his basement to investigate. The wooden steps are incredibly rickety. As he's nearing the bottom, a terrifying racket is heard upstairs. He runs for his life, only to find his kitchen chairs precariously stacked up, balanced one on top of the other. The dining room light is swinging around. The shot is still as the man crosses the room and stands frozen in fear at this ominous sight. The overhead light continues to swing, and nothing is there.
Like, what would you do?
Especially uneasy about the stacking of this man's furniture. Part of that uneasiness comes from the fact that no human could have done this particular building job in the short period of time that the man was away. Who do you think? The fact that no human could have done this particular building job in the short period.
Did you see that? Hold on. I swear there was like a little face.
No human could have done this particular building job in the short period.
Right there. Did you see that? No. I swear.
What is that?
There's something.
Part of that uneasiness comes from the fact that no human could have done this particular building job.
Right there. What is that?
What is that?
It's like a human body or some kind of crap. And then
what the heck?
Like, it looks like a person, like doing some kind of crap. I don't know.
The short period of time that the man was away. Who do you think did it, or what? Number 12, the swarm. If insects aren't your thing, then this entry will highly test your bravery. This footage is of an insect swarm at the Cape of Good Hope in South Africa. The uploader writes, during our family holiday in 1996 or 7, We had parked the car and gone for a short walk up the cliffs. When we came back, we found that our car had become a hotspot for these giant wood lice, sea slaters. The clip shows piles upon piles of wood lice crawling around the car tires. An absolutely terrifying sea of insects, all coalescing beneath the vehicle.
What are them?
As the uploader says, probably attracted to its cozy comfiness. After seeing this, would you be brave enough to climb back in and leave? I thought not. Number 11. Dog in crisis. Everyone who owns a dog knows that they can sense things we humans don't. Posted by Redditor ChewyBones02, he writes, I think my dog had a crisis. And he isn't wrong. The video shows two dogs standing on a day sofa, looking out the window. The bigger one really starts to panic, its legs pushing the sofa so far from the window that he's stretched pretty impressively until he absolutely can't stretch anymore and pops down to the floor. Meanwhile, a number of orbs appear throughout the clip, drifting across the room. Is something outside spooking these dogs?
Okay,
or is
one
it
dog
something
don't even care.
paranormal
One dog
inside?
scared to death.
After all, those orbs certainly point towards the latter. If only these dogs could talk and let us know what the answer truly is. Number 10. Water warning.
Number 10.
As we've said many times on this channel, nature can be a frightful thing. That statement is confirmed in this video posted by National Geographic in July of 2017. National Geographic describes what you're about to watch. Massive flooding has produced scenes of destruction and rescue in southern and central China. In one scene, a man is holding on for dear life to the side of a garage door as the waters rage around him. The water is flowing rapidly only about a foot from him, as he hides in the somewhat calmer waters out of the path. The water surrounding him is up to his chest. In the clip, you can see a rescue unfold, as a man stands atop a ledge with some rope length of fabric tied around his waist, while the man below holds on tight, being taken by the water's heavy flow. Somehow they manage to lift the man out of the waters, pulling him to safety. Truly a heroic save in a seemingly horrifying situation. Number 9. One of them moves. A doll with a creepy aura is chilling enough. So what happens when the doll actually moves? The G-Team Paranormal Investigators posted this video to YouTube in March of 2019, writing, after my recent video with Omar, I decided to take his haunted dolls home with me that night. I did not bring them inside my home. I left them in a shed out back. After watching back the video I did with Omar a few times, I decided to introduce his dolls to mine and turn the camera on. The video reveals an unsettling movement. As Patty, the host, is talking about the dolls, you can see one of the porcelain doll's heads moves ever so slightly.
What?
Because I don't want to keep her, but I'd like her to go to a good home. I mean, if there's somebody out there that's interested. I don't... Did that thing just move?
As if she's listening. Is she? If she is, does she like what she's hearing?
That's not
She
creepy
must
at all.
not have gone full on Chucky when the camera stopped rolling. So we can assume so. Number 8. Shadow people. If you've never come across a sadistic shadow, then you don't know true fear. Think you're brave enough to face it? Then keep watching. The footage shows an empty stairwell. A young woman appears at the top, descending to the hallway, when she abruptly turns back, as a dark shadow enters the stairwell from the doorway below. The vague shadow then disappears into thin air, but then appears again, moving up the stairs. Solid Gideon in the comments has a theory.
I thought that was.
I thought that. Hold on.
Me too.
Dude, I almost had a heart attack. I almost had a
Me
heart
too.
attack.
The vague shadow then disappears into thin air, but then appears again, moving up the stairs. Solid Gideon in the comments has a theory about the shadow ghost's movements. He writes, hypothetically speaking, a ghost may not have any real physical limitations, so maybe movements are not going to align with how physical matter moves. but it appears it is absorbing all visible light frequencies.
Pretty sure that, like,
so
she's
it must
at a
be
hotel,
comprised of some
and
kind
that's
of
just, like, the
particles. What do you think? Is this particle-like shadow ghost something worth investigating? I certainly think it is. Number 7. Don't go in the closet. When you hear some unusual noise in your everyday life, do you ever stop to think, what in the world was that?
I like how...
In the closet, when you hear some unusual noise...
And be like, ooh, look at me in the mirror. Got my nice fit on. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh,
in your everyday life, do you ever stop to think, what in the world was that Redditor Shadow Husky 1 did when he heard this strange sound coming from his parents' closet? Okay. Husky writes, just moved in, house built in the late 50s, and the boy walks into his parents' bedroom. You can see his reflection in the floor-length mirror. Somebody's here, he says. As some note in the comments, at the 90-second mark, a strange shadow...
Yeah, I mean, we had pretty good technology back then.
Crosses the camera. Actually, it looks more like a blur or a smudge than a shadow. He asks the thing to please make a noise, and unfortunately, it responds.
Please make a noise.
As the boy is backing away from the door, you can hear what sounds like clothes hangers clang together. He then enters an adjacent bathroom connected to the closet. As he tries to flick the light a dozen times, a woman's voice can be heard for a moment. Who is? Is there a spirit haunting this closet?
There was an ad that just happened. I'll put that up. Okay,
who is it? What do they want? Is there a spirit haunting this closet? If so, what happened here? Shadow Husky doesn't stay long enough to find out. Can't blame him. Number 6. Old South Pittsburgh Hospital. It seems hospitals are incredibly haunted places. Posted to YouTube and...
Well, not duh. Hospitals are really haunted. People die there almost every day.
Not at all.
Seems like hospitals are incredibly popular places. Not duh. People die there. Like, oh my goodness, how dumb.
September of 2019, HRJ Paranormal Adventures navigates this hospital.
Okay, I just want to point out something. Who is dumb enough to go into somewhere abandoned and look for ghosts?
Situated at the foothills of the South Pittsburgh Mountain, the 68,000 square foot hospital was founded in 1959. But the haunting may date back to well before it was built. Unlike Penhurst, there are no reports of mistreatment at this hospital during its operation. But there were reports by hospital employees of paranormal activity, such as inanimate objects moving of their own accord, disembodied voices, and dark shadowy figures, including a 7-foot-tall man on the 3rd floor, who is believed to be a former surgeon who practiced at the facility. He's not the only one haunting the 3rd floor. A toddler spirit and an elderly woman have both been observed there. 2 other spirits, a janitor and a female spirit, known as the Naughty Nurse, haunt the basement. This has drawn many paranormal investigators to the hospital since it closed in 1998. HRJ Paranormal Adventures...
Wonder why something will be freaking haunted in 1998. Why wouldn't it be?
Manages to capture a few paranormal entities in this video. One is a ghostly reflection that appears twice at 3 minutes 53 seconds, and then again at 3 minutes 58 seconds.
All the reception, all the people.
Oh, I saw it.
Follow the crew on their hour-long investigation of this haunted place, and you might just capture a few more spirit sightings and disembodied voices. Number 5.
The mirror right there, see?
What is that?
I think that's what we're looking at. Maybe. Like, you can see it goes away.
Follow the crew on their hour-long investigation of this haunted place, and you might just capture a few more spirit sightings and disembodied voices. Number 5. Creepy girl. Warning, don't enter a dark and disturbing abandoned...
I'm skipping this one. I'm not doing this one.
abandoned house at night, posted by Car Records in 2010. The team is exploring an abandoned house at night when they zoom in on a corner of the room. In that dark corner, behind various obstructions, appears a creepy girl doll. The disturbing sight causes them to race from the room. Wouldn't you? I don't think they had any other
That's just creepy.
Okay. Nope.
Like,
nope.
what?
Where's the other number? Where's the other number? No. I'm not watching the rest of this. I don't care what anybody says. Put hate on me. What number are we on? 5? We're on number 5. No.
Yeah, I'm 5.
Where's number 4? What is it?
9 employees of the institute were indicted in
This one just looks even
think
scarier.
they had any other choice.
No.
Number 4,
Thank you.
Penhurst Asylum. Asylums hold dark energy, and this one is no exception.
Asylums
This
are
footage
for crazy
posted
people
by
that
the
don't know how to
Paranormal
maintain
Files
themselves.
navigates their visit to Penhurst Asylum. Patient number 1 entered the asylum on November 23, 1908. It took only 4 years for the hospital to be overrun by residents, with pressure to include
Please
others.
tell me why
The
someone
patients
would
weren't
do
only
that.
there to be
How dumb do you have to be to do this? I'm just kidding. This is what they did. Yeah, man, I'm just gonna go into an asylum for you two. Wicked.
treated.
Like, what?
They were there
Oh
to
my
contribute
God.
to industry,
Why?
whether it
Take
be
that bike and get
farming,
outta here.
making and repairing mattresses or shoes, cooking or sewing. There were a number of industries to which patients were assigned. Accused of ill treatment of patients, 9 employees of the institute were indicted in 1983, known as the Halderman case. This indictment ended in the institution's closure and the discharge or transference
I
of
wouldn't even get
460
close
patients
to
to
it.
other
I
facilities.
wouldn't either. I think.
With all that in mind,
Now that is the face as a man that has instant regret on his face. That is the
You're
man.
not wrong.
That is the man who's like,
You're
guys,
not
I think we should really go back. I don't like this too much.
Like, please.
Please,
please,
I
I just
regret
wanna-
this.
I just want to go.
Yeah.
We don't
it's
gotta film for
crystal
YouTube
clear that
anymore.
evil things
Yeah,
happened at this
YouTube can wait.
institution. These happenings resulted
"Let's
in a
get outta here.
presence
Come
that
on."
would make your stomach turn.
Oh,
Many
and then
claim
like
that the
that,
site is
no.
haunted.
Like, no.
In fact, the institute's administration
Why?
building
Just
was
please tell me
partially
why.
renovated as
Like,
the
I don't get
Penhurst
people.
Asylum
There's a
Haunted
bunch of
House in
people in this world.
2010.
keep-
And we
Again,
watched
using the
this
site
guy.
as such an attraction has been controversial due to the injustice that occurred there. But opening the place to the public has allowed paranormal investigators to
That's the
explore the
part where
hallowed
they-
grounds. If you're one who likes to fast forward to the scary parts,
That kinda looks
Jessie
fake.
P in the comments has you covered, listing all the sightings or disembodied voices she caught in her viewing of the footage. Some of the catches are confirmed by others in the thread, particularly the hotspot at minute
still there,
46.
Harley. Okay, quick okay, so Harley I kept coming out from Harley, so we had to redo stuff, but let's get back onto the video. I don't want to, but let's do it.
Yeah, let's do
6
it.
minutes 35 seconds. Jesse notes a male whispers saying go back.
Then I'm not sure.
At 46 minutes 50 seconds, the same male
So, as it just said, a person whispers, go back.
voice states, I'm a male.
I'm a
Right next
male.
to his ear.
Okay, sorry, an ad popped up. Okay, let's go.
At 46 minutes 56 seconds, a female says, he is attacking you. Lots of other disembodied voices are caught by viewers watching the tour of the Institute. And at 1 hour, 5 minutes, 50 seconds, there appears a strange light anomaly as a light or figure seems to shift in the darkness of the hallway. If you're brave enough to watch the entirety of this video, let us know in the comments if you've spotted other anomalies or heard any additional disembodied voices. Number 3. Unknown force. Unknown forces are all around us. Will you be brave enough to fight when you encounter them? In this video, a man is standing in a dark alleyway when another man to his right appears. Figures also seem to be standing around him in the darkness, out of sight of the camera, as you can see vague flickers of movement.
Are you good? Hello? Harley?
hurricane
guys, sorry about
force.
that.
He's thrown to the ground and the force dispersed.
Sorry about that. Hold on, we gotta watch that again.
Out of sight of the camera, as you can see vague flickers of movement. Suddenly, he's at the mercy of these figures. But the movement is not human, but like a hurricane force. He's thrown to the ground and the force disperses. Then the other full-figured man in the video grabs him. Before heading back into the adjacent building, it's almost as if there's water on the ground. As the man tries to move, there's a ripple effect. Then he is dragged by his feet by the unknown force off camera. The rippling continues for a moment before going still, but the stillness is brief. When the other dude returns to the alleyway, looking upon the scene, he suddenly rushes back into the building as something huge is thrown in after him. It's not clear if it's a person, place, or a thing. A moment later, a figure wearing a long black cape and a hat leaves the building. A window shatters beside it as the figure departs. What in the world is happening here? Any theories? I feel at a loss when coming up with a rational explanation for these happenings. Number 2, Haunted Graveyard. YouTuber Moxley's Crazy Adventures posted this haunted graveyard video in November of 2019 writing, "Welcome back to my first haunted graveyard. I went here to see what I could capture, if anything at all. What I did capture was insane. Alright, you reeled us in. Let's just hope you deliver." And Moxley does deliver. He captures a dark shadow-like figure gliding across the backdrop of a lit brick wall.
What is that?
He shouts out to it, but it doesn't respond.
Oh my god.
What the that?
Like, just
He
run.
later hears heavy footsteps nearby. They're clearly heard in the leaves around him. In the comments, YouTuber Spooky Spectre notes that this thing wasn't moving like a human being, nor did the brush move as it passed by. It also didn't respond when being called out to, or make noise or footsteps. Do you agree with Spooky Spectre? Did this freak you out? If not, then you're one brave cookie. Before we get to number 1, my name is Chills and I hope
Number 1. What the?
you're enjoying my narration. Are you curious about what I look like in real life? Makes you a happier person. So if you're generous enough to hit that subscribe button, thank you. This way you'll be notified of the new video we upload every Tuesday. Number 1, all incident. Reality is often way scarier than the supernatural. Posted to Reddit by Creeper Crisis, he writes, "Horrifying footage of something that happens daily here in London. The gruesome video shows a blade brandished at an area mall. Chaos unfolds as shoppers realize what's going on. The blade wielder manages to flee the scene. The victims are also seen jogging through the shopping center. One clip shows security guards beside one of the men. The second man is then seen approaching and falls to the ground. Certainly terrifying to watch. I couldn't imagine how terrifying it must have been to witness it in real life." Thanks for checking out this video.
Okay, I really hope you enjoyed the video. I'm never doing that, like ever again. That was one of the scariest things that ever could have happened, and I wish I did not do it. You all are amazing. Wait. Oh no, I have to have this. I forgot to have this. Let me. Okay, like I was saying, thank you for watching the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. Goodbye.